Hello gold farmers, welcome to another Gold Notch farming video. Today we'll be taking a look at one of my favorite multi-material farms. This is actually a route and is best optimized with either a miner, herbalist, or even a skinner. I do believe that skinners and possibly even miners will do a lot better here. Herbalists do have a chance of coming across a Black Lotus, which I don't know the market value for those, but I do recall that they are used in, I believe it is the Flask of Titans, which is used for something important. I don't really remember what, but I am pretty sure that the Black Lotus is used in something fairly important. One of the largest things about this route is I do have it going over a lot of the rares. The reason why I did this was so you can also collect the imperfect Dranathus fragments and the flawless Dranathus spheres. This route is in Blasted Lands, by the way, and it's by far my favorite one. In only 20 minutes of me farming it, I've looted about 40k in item value. The reason why I am actually kind of running up a little bit more is I probably actually have quite a bit more than that, because I've got some thorium ore that I can flip around. I've got some cloth I can flip around, and you've even got fell cloth. You've got your arcane crystals. You can get golden spheres, a couple other pearls. Do believe that is a majority of what you can get here, alongside of transmog items as well. If you are a skinner, then be sure to kill these tainted black bears and skin them, because they are the only mobs in Blasted Lands that has a chance of dropping the warbear leather, which on my server the last I saw was selling for about 2.5k. It could be higher, it could be lower. It's been a little while since I've checked it out. For fell cloth, there are actually several different locations that you can stop by and kill the mobs to pick up the fell cloth. One of the main areas which I recommend that you always kill the mobs for is the area I am at now, which is right here at the Tainted Scar, at the top of the Tainted Scar. And then you'll find these exact same mobs down here by this tree, and you'll just kind of want to kill the mobs up around there as well. Fell cloth raw isn't selling for a whole lot. It's about 130 gold, I believe, or I guess 84 is what the market value is. It's 130 for me, but if you take it to, forget the name of the place, if you take it over here to the Moonglade, you can actually craft the moon cloth, which is used in a ton of different transmog items and all of that. Sells for quite a bit. I believe the market value for moon cloth is around 500 gold. It's either 300 or 500. And you should easily be able to make quite a bit of gold. I actually highly recommend that you farm a lot of this to save for Battle for Azeroth. Wait maybe a week or two after, maybe even a little bit longer, when prices start to go up and finally settle back down and all of that. So that way you know you can make a steady amount of gold, rather than having to worry about all the competition and everybody just kind of trying to sell the mats that they were holding on to. So there's that these two locations for Felcloth. You've also got another location that is actually just before this, and I didn't kill the mobs there. They don't have the greatest drop chance for Felcloth, but it's actually right here. They are Felguard looking things. They're green rock guys. I don't really know the names of them, but you can kill those. And then up around here you've got your, I guess, other Felguard looking things that walk up around there. Outside of those are really the only locations that I know of that have a chance of dropping the Felcloth, but that is only one of the few things that is really good about this location. Oftentimes I will also stop by this little pond right here to try and get maybe a couple more of the imperfect Drenathus fragments, maybe a couple of Essence of Life and Transmog, who knows what may drop. These Boglords are actually on a forced respawn, so you can run around here 2-3 times if you want. Don't have to waste a whole lot of time if you're running this route. Just kill them, and then you can loot them, and then just kinda continue on with the route. It doesn't really matter. I can usually pick up a Transmog or imperfect Drenathus fragment after killing them about 2 or 3 laps in. It's not a guaranteed, it's just that's usually my luck. Although not everybody may have the same luck here as I do. And unfortunately it doesn't look like I'm going to get this one this time around either. But there's nothing to worry about there, because the next location that we're going to be heading to will have a chance of yielding you some golden pearls. The golden pearls are used in a lot of the same transmog crafting recipes and all of that that you use the Felcloth for, so they kind of go hand in hand. More than likely, if you put your Felcloth up on the auction house and they sell, the golden pearls might sell right after. A little bit more about mining while I am working my way over to the next location. The Tainted Scar is the only area that spawns the rich thorium ore nodes, and the rest of the zone spawns the just normal thorium nodes. The rich ones have a little bit higher chance of giving you the arcane crystal, which is the biggest thing that we are looking for when we are mining in Blasted Lands. I wouldn't recommend that you just come here and mine, because you got places like Winter Spring, the Ungoo Crater, and the Silithus that just do a lot better for thorium ore. I would only recommend mining here if you are running this route. Now that we are here, disregard the big mouth clams being counted towards my loot appraiser because they are not worth 300 gold. You should be able to pick up roughly 30 to 50 of these clams. The highest or the most amount I have picked up here was about 64 in one lap, so that was really good. That does increase the chances of you getting the golden pearl, but that doesn't guarantee you one. So this is a very RNG based part of the lap. It's RNG based on RNG, so you collect the clams, and then usually after I get done with this part, I will go ahead and open all of the clams. The biggest reason why I do this is because by that time the Eternal Refuge should already let me be my wisp form and all of that, and you can actually open the clams while in your wisp form somewhat. It will take away your wisp form and then it'll kind of bring it back on. It's kind of weird. I'll have to show you guys when I get done with this. But let's talk a bit about herbalism now. So this route I have created was actually based when I was a miner and herbalist, so the herbs on this route should be fairly close to it. I do believe that is why there are some locations where I just kind of skip the ores instead of following the ores all the way around, so that way herbalists can still kind of collect herbs and stuff too. You won't be making as much gold if you don't have mining or skinning, but you can still make a decent amount even if you don't have either of the gathering professions. They just kind of make it a little bit nicer. So this route takes about 20 minutes. That means you should be able to run it in about, or you should be able to run it 3 times, depending on how many rares you found the first time. You might be able to come across some of the other rares, which is really nice. And I actually do believe that is a majority of what I need to go over. All of the mobs here have a chance of dropping the imperfect Jornathus fragments, which is really nice. You've also got a couple of spots that I focus on right around here that I kind of kill because the mobs have a higher chance of dropping those fragments than a lot of the other mobs from what I did in research. Because of 7.3.5, I am unsure of what their drop chances are now, so it could be worth it to still kind of stop in and kill them, or it may not be. It's just kind of up to how you were feeling. I will go ahead and show you guys the little thing I was talking to you about with the big mouth clams. All you do is spam it, and I just kinda, I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, that is actually all for this guide. I will leave the route in the description below, probably within 12 to 14 hours, but about 40k in 20 minutes, and I know that is still counting my big mouth clams that I'd gotten, but it's still roughly about 30 to 40k. This is because you can do quite a bit with your thorium or the arcane crystals. You can pick up your ruined cloth, and there's quite a bit you can do with this farm. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content.